Hey everybody, Matt Covert here again from howtobecome-a-racecardriver.com, and we're going to talk about oversteer in this video. We just did the understeer video and it was pretty cool, so we're going to keep on going here. First of all, we're going to talk about the kind of half-hearted definition of oversteer that everybody usually uses, and then we're going to hop into the technical definition, which I really like. So let's get this first one out of the way. Most people will define oversteer, let me write that down here just so we don't get confused. Most people define oversteer as when the rear end loses grip before the front. Okay? So you're going down the track, and then all of a sudden your rear end loses grip, and then you're suddenly out this way. Okay? And then you're counter steering, turning in toward the corner, all that stuff. Okay? And that's partially right. But I want to talk about exactly why this happens, because it's really important to understand. So don't freak out. I know there's a lot of lines here, but I'm going to take you through the whole thing so it's no big deal. All right? Let's look at this curving line first, the one that goes all the way through the car. This is just the intended path of the vehicle through the corner, and we can just mostly ignore that for this example, but it's there just so you know what it is. And the rest of these things are things we've already talked about. This is the front slip angle, and of course you know that is the difference between where the vehicle is headed and where the front wheel is pointed. The difference is the slip angle. No big deal. Okay? This center line here represents the direction the chassis is pointing. And this other line, which intersects that center line, represents which way the entire chassis is moving. And the difference between those two is the yaw angle. Again, we talked about that. No big deal. And then the last component is the rear slip angle, which is, much like the front, the direction the wheel is pointed versus the direction the wheel is traveling, and the difference is just the rear slip angle. Alright, so when we're talking about oversteer, let me back up. I'm going to write some numerical values in here real quick. So we'll just say 10 degree front and 14 degree yaw, and we'll say 16 degree rear slip angle, okay? The technical definition of oversteer is when the rear tires have a larger slip angle than the front tires. All right, and you can see that this example produces a yaw angle of 14 degrees, which is significant. Okay, this vehicle is obviously in a drift and needs to be corrected. All right, now it would be a little more accurate, I guess, if these front tires were pointed a little straighter, but just for the sake of being able to view the slip angle, I kind of made them a little more crazy. All right, so the technical definition: rear slip angle larger than the front. All right. And this will all come into its own. This will make a lot more sense once we move on to the next video with the we're gonna do a neutral steer video. We're a balanced car, and this will make a lot more sense. But for now, it's important to understand rear slip angle bigger than the front slip angle. That's the definition of oversteer. All right. And I'm just going to end there and say real quick that I would love if you would subscribe to the YouTube channel. I'll put a link right up there. Tons of cool technical videos always coming out. You can't find them anywhere else, so go ahead and do that right now. You'll never miss another one, and I'll be back in a few minutes with a new video.